demographics of politics are so interesting. And I'm going to say something that's been true for decades and decades and decades, and it's not really changed. And that is that rural America tends to be conservative, urban America tends to be liberal. And power has shifted from Washington to the cities and to the governors. So I would say the most powerful people in politics in America today are the mayors and the governors, not the president. And so what's happening at that level is actually a lot of movement. And that's partly because we're seeing regeneration of a lot of urban city centers. Look at Detroit. You'll often hear people say, well, Detroit's a basket case. And you're like, have you looked at Detroit? Detroit's been on fire. Like, it's a completely happening place. It's a huge revival of the music industry, manufacturing, a high-end hotels going in, communities being regenerated and reintegrated. So I actually think, and as that happens, you start to find more conservatism because there's more to protect. And that's why, again, one very interesting kind of sub issue is in the African-American community, the rise of Republicans. And, most people are like, no, if you're Black, you should be Democrat, which I always thought was absurd. Like, what? What if you're white, you should be, like, it's crazy. But the argument that you hear, and you have a lot of African-Americans saying, well, actually, I lean conservative on law, rule of law, on all these things.
Property rights and stuff.
Property rights, yeah. And my ability to get ahead in my career. Law enforcement, right? You didn't see the defund the police movement coming from inside African-American urban landscapes. You saw it coming from other places. So, look, politics is complex and interesting, but for markets, the really, really important question is, can politics progress in such a way that permits value to be created? You may not like the politics. Like a lot of people didn't like Donald Trump as president. And I think a big mistake that traders, investors make is they confuse their emotional position with their trading position, and internationally as well. A lot of people are like, well, I don't like Donald Trump, therefore the US economy can't possibly get better. Or I don't like Donald Trump, therefore the stock market can't go up. But actually, you can not like Donald Trump and the stock market goes up. So disassociating and treating as independent your emotional response from what's actually happening to prices is really, really important.